Superstar legends, coins, agers, welcome back to Hellmouth Hotline. I'm your host, Rodney Stewart. We're getting into a classic episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer in this edition, and it is Angel. So this is, if you've been interested in finding out more about the character of Angel and Buffy the Vampire Slayer up to this point, this is the episode that answers just about all the questions you need to know about him. So let's get into it. Now, this is the episode we've been waiting on since the series began. Up until now, the character of Angel has just been a random character that pops up now and again to give Buffy a random warning, but we've not been given much more as to who exactly he is or where he came from. And honestly, up to this point in the series, I found his character to be just incredibly annoying. But after this episode, he became one of my favourite characters in the show. We open the episode. The Master, he's complaining as usual about Buffy messing up his plans, and he orders his followers to send who he referred to as the Free to go after Buffy. While that's happening, there's a fumigation party going on at the Bronze. Buffy's pining after Angel. Xander fights with Cordelia, just the usual Scooby Gang sort of thing. But after Buffy leaves, she gets attacked by these 3 vampires. They get the better of her, but Angel jumps in, saves the day. Both get away, run to Buffy's house, and as she runs inside, she yells to Angel, "Get in here." That's important later on. Buffy starts to dress Angel's wounds. We know something's going to happen between them, but they get interrupted by Buffy's mother, who politely asks Angel to leave, as you would do, find this guy with your teenage daughter. Buffy tells Angel to spend the night, gets him sneaked into the house. Angel reveals that his family's dead. The next day, school's under. He's angry to find out Angel spent the night with Buffy. We start to notice Willow's kind of like pining after Xander a little bit here. Giles fills them in on the Free Warrior vampires. They're supposed to be among the strongest of the Master's followers, but because they failed in their task to kill Buffy, they'll probably, offer their lives in exchange for that. Meanwhile, Master's training the Anointed One, the little git. He pretends he's going to show mercy to the Free, but as he leaves, Darla kills him. We get back to the school. Giles is training Buffy, trying to teach her pretty much the basics. Buffy wants to use a crossbow, but Giles refuses to let her have it until she gets proficient with the staff. During that, he gets his ass kicked. After Buffy gets back from school, Angel's been in her house all day. There's a mess up with the diary. She gets all awkward because they think she's reading it. They end up kissing each other, and during the kiss, Angel turns into a vampire. Buffy screams, he runs from the house. Now, it's a very, very convincing scream, I have to say. Next day, she reveals to everybody what happened, and she asks, could a vampire be good? And Giles is like, no, it's simply a vampire. The person's gone. It may sound like a person, but it's just the demon that's left. Meanwhile, Darla goes to see Angel, starts screwing with his head, and it's almost as if she's got some sort of secret power over him. During this conversation, you really start to get a sense that obviously they've known each other for years, but we don't know how deep this relationship is between the two of them. But she definitely does. In this first interaction between the two of them, she definitely does show that she's got some sort of hold over Angel. What that is, we don't just know just yet. Giles starts to research Angel, but he finds nothing on him. But he did find reference to a vampire from Ireland called Angelus, the demon with the face of an angel. He murdered his way through Europe for about 100 years, then 80 years ago came to America and disappeared, and there's no record that he knows of any kills in America. We jump back. Darla tells the Master she's got a plan to get Angel to kill Buffy. The Master gets pretty excited at this here because and again we start to get little droplets of Angel's past before the beginning of this series, and you know the Master says he's never met a more brutal vampire than Angelus. So yes, Buffy and Mulder, they're back at the school studying, and Buffy's talking about Angel. She's all heartbroken that she's going to have to kill him after she fell in love with him. Willow reveals she fancies Xander. We didn't see that coming. Darla's been spying on them in the background the whole time, so she goes, tricks Buffy's mother into inviting her into the house, pretending to be a study mate, and she gets in there. She bites Buffy's mother just as Angel turns up, and she pretty much just, you know, she gets back into the whole screwing with Angel's head sort of thing, and of course Angel doesn't feed on humans now. We find out later in the episode why, but yes, because Darla has bitten Buffy's mother, it's brought up Angel's blood first. So Darla throws Buffy's mother into Angel's arm, and sneaks out of the house just as Buffy arrives. And of course Buffy finds Angel holding his mother, bite marks in her throat, and you know, pretty much the next thing you see is Angel getting chucked out through the window. Buffy tells him he's not welcome there anymore. Again, we end up back in another scene between Darla and Angel. She's screwing with his head a little bit more, and you know, it's just how easily she twists Angel at this point into he should go and confront Buffy, kill the Slayer. Definitely, like, at the end of this scene, Angel's fired up. He's ready to go after Buffy and kill her if needs be. So the confrontation is going to happen in the bronze. Buffy breaks in, and while they begin the fight, while that's happening, over at the hospital, Giles has worked out that it was Darla that bit Buffy's mum, and him and the rest of the Scooby Gang come running to tell her. In the bronze, during the fight, Angel reveals the backstory of what happened to him. In Romania, he killed a gypsy girl, and her clan put a curse on him that returned his human soul. What Giles had said is, yes, of course, the person dies, the demon takes over the body, but the demon doesn't get the body. This is, Angel tells her this, like, the demon doesn't get the soul. The soul goes to wherever it's supposed to go, and the body just continues on with this demon in the driver's seat. But this Romanian gypsy clan cursed Angel, returned his human soul, so he's a vampire, which has made him a really interesting character to me, because he is a vampire, he is a demon, but in that mix he's got the human soul in there as well. So there's the two sides constantly fighting each other, and that's where I started to really enjoy the character, whenever you actually find out where he came from. So at this point it's obvious he's not going to kill Buffy, but Darla turns up with a gun, shoots Angel. She tries to do the same with Buffy, and she drops the bombshell that she is Angel's sire, which explains why she was so good at manipulating him and getting him to do her will, and also explains why we've never seen the two interacting in the series up to this point, because, you know, obviously Angel's trying to be good now, she's evil as they come, and if anybody's going to twist his head, it's going to be Darla. So as I say, she shot Angel, and she's trying to shoot Buffy. Coming up to the end of it, Angel just turns up behind Darla, and I need to stop it right here and talk about that for a bit. I'm using a teleprompter here. If you see me reaching forward, that's what I'm doing. I'm pausing that on and off. Yes, the scene where Angel kills Darla happens really quickly, but it's the way that it's shot that I liked so much, because you don't actually see Angel's face. He's completely backlit. You see the outline of him. He's just a black silhouette, and just that image of the black silhouette, and that's the last thing Darla sees, and she says Angel as if she can't believe it. It's the last thing that you would expect a vampire that was sired by another vampire to do, is actually kill the one that made them. So it just, that image of Angel just been completely silhouetted out dark there, just shows you how strong and dangerous a character he can be, because he has been able to do something that you really would think the vampire shouldn't be able to do. So I really enjoyed that there. That's pretty much where the episode finishes. That we close out with Angel checking up on Buffy at the Bronze the following night to see if she's okay. They have a bit of a moment, and you know, before he leaves, they actually hug each other. And if you remember back at the start of the series, Angel gave Buffy a gold, was it a silver or gold cross? It was a chain with a cross on it. Anyway, Angel gave that to her way back at the start of the series. They actually hug each other. Buffy comes in close to his chest. As she pulls away, turns to leave him, the camera pans down and you see the burned mark of the cross on his chest. So it just reinforces what the character is now. He's a demon, a vampire, killing machine, but also he's got a human soul in there that's fallen in love with the chosen one, whose purpose it is to kill vampires. So yes, I really did enjoy this episode, and it was very good. This was the turning point for me. As I said earlier, I didn't take the Angel through the first part of the series, but after this here, and you start to get these new elements for him, I really did take to the character, and eventually, somewhere along the line, Angel does, or did, get his own spin-off series. So we get to that point, I'm going to jump on that as well. This has been a production of Coins Edge Media. Check out my social media links in the show notes. Thank you so much for listening.